Hey there guys, and welcome back. So as you can see on the screen, that is what prints collected now looks like. So it is at the very least acceptable, if not good. And we will go ahead and talk about how exactly that works. So let's hop over to VS Code and look at the changes. The bad news is, unfortunately, that I ended up with the text position, with the size of the text box. Actually, I am on the wrong file. Let's hop over to sprites. There we go. With the text box, I ended up just adding 20 pixels to the bottom of it, unfortunately. So I went through everything I could find, okay? And again, as always, I should have checked to make sure that Edge is pointing to the correct window, which it is not. So half a second. Let's see, where is Pillow GitHub? There it is. All right, push to live. So I went through all the docs I could find and ended up all the way over here at the GitHub, okay? And basically where we are at right here is the font get size. So this is the C file for font get size. It's executed in C and then ported over to Python, PyObject star, if you're unfamiliar. And basically this text layout function right here, it's one of these things where, okay, we come up here and it defaults to one of these two. So it either goes to RAQM or what was the other one? Fallback. Yeah, so it picks one of those two and then it does stuff to lay out the font. And at the end of the day, frankly, I could not parse out, well, first off, because it's in C, there's not much I can do, but I couldn't parse out anything where it said everything looks like it's based on 0. Okay, just looking at it, it looks like it's based on 0. It doesn't look like there's necessarily white space above the text, which again would seem to be like my assumption, was that somehow it was adding white space above it. Couldn't really find that there. And then again, down here in get size, there we go, get size, I looked at the anchor. And unless you're in horizontal direction, which you can see right here, this other anchor, the Y anchor, will end up as Y max instead of 0. But we're not in horizontal direction, I don't think. If you read horizontal direction, I forget where it says in the docs, but that says basically it's the Y axis is the primary axis, which is not our case. So in that case, it should be X anchor, or well, L left, X min, and LT is what we're using right now, so that's Y anchor as 0, so it should be 0 0. So I don't know, again, this is as deep as I dived into the docs, and that's the best I got for you. So since I more or less struck out there, just decided, okay, you know what, I guess we are going back to the good old just slap a number on there and bandage it up. So that's where we ended up, unfortunately, with that. Now, you will recall that the text looked all sorts of crappy last time. The way we fixed that was by coming up here, or down here rather, because we got to go to Sprite, and we set an image scaler. So now instead of the image, or instead of the renderer scaling the images, the renderer requests an image scaled to whatever scale it would like from the sprite. So the sprite down here in get image now accepts a scale, and if it has a scaler and scale is provided, then it will go ahead and use its scaler to resize the image and return the resized image. And what that means, obviously, is that we can change that to something else. So for the baseline sprites, we have been using our custom scale image function because, again, we were working with pixel sprites, and scaling those up via other methods produces non-blocky objects. Well, we actually want a better scaling for this stuff down here. So for that reason, down here you can set your image scaler, obviously over here, and do whatever. Now, I am not actually doing that right now. As you can tell, as you can see, this counter HUD has no image scaler as a default, and that is based off the HUD, and HUD, as you can also tell, does not have an image scaler mentioned anywhere in here. And if we, well, just to prove the point, to get back over here to tkinter sample, Our HUD elements are down here, up here, down here. There we go. And you can see no scaler here either. So what we're doing instead of scaling it, so it actually does not scale. It ignores right now the scale request from the renderer. This scale 5, it ignores that completely because it does not have its own scaler. And instead, as you can see, we're just using size of 50. So that is how we're doing that. I also put this fill in here to change the color because it's defaulted to white. So now we're defaulting to black. Well, not even defaulting, but we're setting the color to black. So those are the changes to get it looking as nice as it is. Moving onwards, next thing we need to do, actually, anything else I need to show you? Let me look at the GitHub right quick. GitHub, do not have GitHub open. Half a second. Let me just make sure I'm not forgetting any changes. Oh, I didn't push the changes from last time either. I keep on forgetting to push the changes after stream. Let's see. I don't think there is. I'm pretty sure just sorting the scaling out is the only thing that really happened here. And I'm going to say yes, that is the only thing that actually happened. So, memo to self, remember to push your changes to GitHub next time, so that we can have a new batch of changes so we can keep track of what happened. Alright, so, next up is I wanted to implement a health bar. There's a couple, well, I mean, there's many things on the list for today, but the first thing is to implement a health bar. So, and I'm calling it a health bar. We'll call it something else actually on screen, but I mean, do I even want to, as a general object, call it a, let's just call it a bar HUD, I guess. Define, init, self, args, etc. Whoops. There we go. Equals label. Okay. So. Get text. I don't think we actually we should have get text. I take that back. So we should have get text, I think. We don't have to actually. So one of those things. Bars can appear, you can put the text in actually a number of places on a bar. So for example, you could have it, HP, let's say, above the bar. You could have it to the left of the bar, or you can even have it in the bar. It is not unreasonable. So that is a consideration we should take into account. So let's go ahead and do that. Text position equals, well, let's give it a default, which we'll say to the left. And we'll just call that string for right now. Self.text position, whoops. And I don't think I'm gonna value type that or value check that just yet. Define get image. Alright, so the next thing that I'm thinking we want to do, the interesting and tricky thing about bars is that you can actually create the full bar image. You don't have to keep on updating it at initialization. And then you just position the fill-in for the bar wherever you need to, and you are good at that point. So, that being the case, I guess the next thing I want to add, just because we're going to need to mask off the bar, is border. Border spelled that way. None. And then I guess size would be the next question. Now, how do we want to do size? Actually, let's do... Nah. Never mind, I take it back. Yeah, we'll do size. size equals, I guess we'll default to 1010, or maybe not 1010, maybe 10100, or no, I got that backwards. X first, and then Y. There we go. To the power of KW. Alright. Self.border equals border. Self.size equals size. Actually, let's do this. And then we can do property define size self return self.size at size.setter. And this way we can regenerate the image if they change the size on us. Define size self value return self.size, or no, don't return anything. Never mind. Derp. So if not value, return without doing anything. If not is instance value tuple value equals. Actually, let's, before we do that, if length value is greater than 2, value equals value 2. So we'll just truncate it. Actually, you know what? I'm so used to doing light-like, where we just kind of try to handle things ourselves and otherwise just give up. It really should just be raise attribute error. I think attribute error is the closest. It's not a value error. Nah, actually it would be a value error. Yeah, no, that is a value error. There's no length error, right? Let's see. Bounds error? Did I see bound? Oh, no, I saw unbounds. Okay. So yeah, that would be a value error, really. Bar HUD size should be length 2. Length received. Semicolon. Nah, colon and hyphen. Alright, there we go. F and this would be length val u. There we go. Try. So now we'll try to coerce it into a tuple. Accept pass. And then if it's not a tuple, we can go ahead and raise the error. And this would be an attribute error because it's not the correct type of attribute. Or no, actually it'd be a type error, wouldn't it? Yes, it would be. Type error. Type error, F bar HUD requires an iterable of length 2. Received. Yeah, it's funny. I'm going back and forth, right? I have a colon and then a hyphen up there, and then I'm... Yeah, you know what? I like the comma better. There we go. And value. Self dot size equals value. So we are good here. And then let's see. Now we gotta actually rebuild. So I guess just self dot build image. Not like that though, because we're not in JavaScript. And we'll make this underscore define build image self self.size equals none. Self.size equals size. If not self.size, I guess we can use the railing one. Raise attribute error. This one's definitely an attribute error. Honest this time. Bar HUD size not set. There we go. Now we need an image of given size, so image equals image.new RGBA size self.size, and yeah, it should just be zeros across, full alpha. Then we need to apply the border. Actually, you know what? I was thinking we need to apply the border, but that's really not necessary, is it? Yeah, it's really not necessary. We can actually store the border ourselves. Border equals image.copy. Let's see. I guess draw rectangle is the way I'll do this. I guess that makes sense. So ctx equals image draw dot draw border ctx dot draw, or what is it, rectangle? Yeah, rectangle. I take that back. If self.border, because we actually can accept no border as a so we'll do that. And one of these things, we will just have border. We'll actually make this bool for right now. We should implement custom borders in the future, but actually, you know what? So back to if callable self.border, and move this down. Self.border, and that is going to get just the context. I believe it should be able to handle it with just the context. Actually, you know what? No, it should get the context, and nah, it should be able to handle. Shoot. Does the context have size or have image as an attribute? Let's check the documents. Image, draw, context. Oh no, the context is a draw object. So attributes of the draw object. That's blah blah blah. Okay, I do not see. So the funny thing is, if I recall correctly from the docs, it actually does have self.image, but I do not see that on the docs itself. Self.im. Self.lower underscore image equals im. Here, I'll kick you guys over. Is this the same window? What is... Huh. That is funny. Okay, you guys are looking at the correct screen. It's funny because my preview window actually desunk. Normally it bounces back and forth between different things as I select them, but this time it did not. No, do not apply changes. Okay, there we go. That is funny. Okay, so you should be alive now. And I just want to double check. The reason for all that was just to double check that it was on the correct window, because again, it does funny things. So anyway, we're in here in the docs, and as you can see, the image draw accepts IM gets set to _image, and now I was just going to scroll down really quick to see if there's a property image that we can access. And the answer is an undocumented, I guess I should say. Undocumented. Yeah, it does not. Okay. So we have to use either .im or _image, it looks like. Either of these work. So, oh no, actually .im. So we pass in the image. im.load, im.copy. Huh. That's funny. So I guess the image actually has its own IM. And I'm guessing that's a lower level image object. Before, when I was looking around, like for example, internal references, it had references to image core, right? From just imaging. So it's possible that that IM is that thing there. So that being the case, let's use _image then in that case. So we can access it like that. Actually, we don't need to access it like that. Sorry, you went to the blue screen to death. My bad. Let me pop that back open for next time and kick you back over to VS Code where you belong. So, if we need to access the image to get its size inside of self.border, then we can go ahead and call context._image. So that's how that will work. All right. Now, if callable, self.border, else, there's that. Or I guess I should say, no, actually, the context should just draw by itself. So we can say self.border image equals border self.image equals image self dot. Oh, that's the other thing we can add. We can add background as well. That makes sense. So let us split this here, there. Self.background equals background. Okie dokies. And down here instead, we can do self.background. Actually, no. I take that back. Background equals self.background if self.background else 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. So there is one more thing that we should consider with this. If the border is I guess we can do that differently. Okay. I was gonna say we could have different shaped borders aside from just rectangle. We could have like round and stuff like that, like actual circular if we wanted to. That is a bit more complicated. I'm thinking like, for example, Diablo orbs for health and mana, whatnot. That's a bit more complicated. Maybe that's something better to do in a subclass or something like that. However, we may want to accept a masking value to mask the end result off with. So we will look at that when the time comes, but I'm not going to get into that just now. So let's just continue where we're at and get a functioning prototype in first. Self.image. I'm going to actually move that down. This, actually, I'm not going to move that down. I'm going to put that up here. Border equals image.copy. Then the fill equals image.copy. And can we just does actually, you know what? Yeah, that actually doesn't make any sense. So instead of copying it, image.new RGBA fill color equals, and this actually should be color here. Yeah, I'm just gonna make that color. We could have self.background color, but meh. The other thing is that if we wanted a gradient, we're not handling that right now. So there's a bunch of things. There's a bunch of different things. Again, maybe better off to do in a subclass just to keep this nice and clean, but we will burn all of those bridges when we get there. Let's come up here. Fill equals none. Self.fill equals fill. Fill color equals, I think we'll just make it red. That seems most reasonable. Self.fill if self.fill else 255 0 whoops 0 0 255 self.size and fill color. There we go. And that should be good. Self.fill image equals fill. Alright, so we have our three images that we can layer on top of each other to create our bar. Now we just need to actually get the image. Now, one of these deals, it always gets a little bit hairy with Pillow when we're layering images because we need to mask them, and there's also alpha composite to consider. So whoops, I wish it wouldn't make those noises. We're going to go ahead and try that. I actually normally don't use alpha composite. I mean, as you know from the rest of the, So in get image, when we're doing the bounding boxes, the hitboxes. Oh, actually, yes, they have their own file. So as you know, with hitboxes, I was using just paste and then masking the paste. Let's see, where's that at? I'm not actually seeing it right now. Alright, whatever. Anyway, we've covered that before, so I want to try alpha composite this time. Just because, again, I normally use paste and just mask over the paste, but I don't see any good reason not to give this a shot and see how it turns out, because it may just be easier. Okay. So, instead of returning super.get image, let's see. There's a couple things here, right? We do need the text. We need to generate the text size. We'll have to add that onto the left-hand side or wherever it's supposed to be. And then we need to compensate. So, let's see. I guess just start typing and we will get there eventually, honestly. One of those things. Sometimes I do too much thinking and it really just is a matter of get text, super get text, just returns label. That should be fine. Yeah, so text equals super dot get, or actually no, just get text, self dot get text, because we don't need to call the super class in this scenario. That is that. Font equals where do we get the font at? Oh, that's right. That is we handled that through the HUD label last time. HUD label. Right. I guess we should also get font options. I guess that is a thing. Maybe font options. I'm trying to decide whether font options should be part of the HUD is what I was thinking about just now. So, of the superclass. That may be reasonable. Or not. There we go. Font options, animations idle. Yeah, I think I'm just going to copy all of this. HUD label. That should be fine. Yeah, we should be fine with that. So I'm just trying to think if there's any reason not to. I don't think there is. Yeah, see, here's the other thing, is that actually a bar is a subclass of counter. I should have considered this. A bar really is a subclass of counter HUD, so we will go ahead and do that. So we now do not need any of this stuff, so we can delete that out of here. I honestly can probably delete all of this too. Probably not necessary. This was all in the other one. We don't need that. Okay, dubs. Yeah, this probably makes the most amount of sense out of everything. Okay. Super.getImage. If we call super.getImage, then we actually, no, we don't need that. So yeah, okay. Okay. Text image equals super.get get image with hitboxes equals with hitboxes. Scale equals with scale, not with, derp. Okay. Alright, so that's our text image done already. We then need to grab this really should be build images, right? Yeah. Okay. If self dot previous value does not equal self dot value, then we need to rebuild our images. No, we don't. No, we don't. That's right. That's the whole entire point of just having squares. Derp. So, let's see. All right. This is not. This is not going to be accurate. This is not going to be accurate. I mean, it kind of can be. Let's see. Okay, this is what we can do. Class value HUD. HUD. Do this. Define init. We can get rid of all this stuff. Or actually, no, we need the animations, right? Let me double check HUD label that there's nothing in here that's going to screw us up. HUD label, options, blah, 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 blah. Static current frame, blah, 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 blah. Okay, shouldn't. It shouldn't. I don't think. Alright. Cut this. Paste that. We do need animations, right? Or font options. Okay, grab font options. I don't think we need. Actually, we can grab all this, right? I think we can grab all this right now. And grab that actually instead. Yeah. So we can delete these. Animations and image scaler equals image scaler. We can delete these. We can cut that all out and put that in here. And then all this does is change the get text. Okay. So get text appends our value on it if we're using a counter HUD. Otherwise the value HUD will display it as a subclass. Okay, that makes sense. Cool, cool, cool. And this will be value HUD now. Alright, get image, text image is that. So that will only output the label because value HUD just uses get label as its text. So it will not include that. Actually, you know what? Just in case we want to, we should include that as an option, right? So include value equals false. I'm going to have false as the default. Self dot include value equals include value. And down here in get text plus self dot value if self dot include value, else that. There we go. All right. Super get should be fine. So that gets us our text image. If base image equals no. Yeah, okay. If no parentheses, we're not JavaScript or C type languages. Yeah, if self dot, what was it called again? Text position. Self dot text position equals left. Base image equals new image. Oh, not new image. Image dot new. RGBA. Size is. Actually, we got to calculate the size. That is correct. Size equals self.size. Let me just really quick. Yeah, you know what? It's easier. Don't have to worry about it if we just do list size. Never mind, because we're going to be doing math and stuff here. So, if it's to the left, we need to add to the x. The x gets plus. It gets plus the text image width. Yeah, okay. Size 0 plus equals text image dot width. And then let's just say 5 pixels for now. This may not be accurate. Basically, this is just the spacing between the label and the bar itself. We probably should have that as a value up here as a setting, as an attribute, but we do not. And then the size 1, the Y size, needs to be max of size 1 and text image dot height. And then that will be size, and the color, this is our base image, so this should just be blank. Alpha. And actually, we can cut that out. If elif self.text position equals top. We'll do 3 of them for right now, and then maybe add some more later. I don't see a reason necessarily to add some more later, but there's actually okay, I said that. So I was gonna do left, top, and inside were going to be my 3 options, and then I was thinking, I don't really see a reason for bottom or right. And when I said bottom to myself, I realized that we could also have an option to display the bar vertically instead. That would also be reasonable. So that's something we should consider in the future. Again, something to add on later. Let us move this up here because all of them are going to edit it. And size 0. If this is above, then the X should be max between the bar and the text. So max size 0 text image dot width size 1 equals text image dot height plus 5 plus, or actually no, plus equals, like we did up here. Makes sense. Plus equals. And then inside. So inside gets a little hairy, but we will, yeah, because basically, the text should fit inside. We should almost force the text to fit inside. Unfortunately, that gets really weird, especially given the fact that we now know that get bounding box on text does not actually work. So for that reason, I guess elif self.textPosition equals inside. I guess we'll still just do max on both. 0 plus, no, equals max, size 0, text image dot width. Height. There we go. All right. And that is all our text positioning stuff. Now we need to actually composite the image. So, base image dot composite, alpha composite. Let's see. Height plus 5. Yeah. Okay, so if self.textPosition equals left, alpha composite, and let me look at the docs really quick for that, because again, first time using alpha composite. So image alpha composite, the image we're pasting, and then top left in this. What's the second one? What's the source? Huh. Oh, okay, I understand why they do that. Okay, never mind. So, I mean, heck, one of those things. Back to showing you the docs. Being responsible. So I couldn't figure out why we had this, but then it occurred to me this allows you to basically crop in place, right? So the destination, this is the one I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be using, because that's the top left corner, so that's where it's getting alpha composited to. And then the top left corner for the upper left corner and the overlay source image, or yeah, I'm pretty sure that's cropping. I'm guessing that's cropping, but regardless, we will see what happens. So back to VS Code with you. Maybe not like that. Position equals 0, 0. If self.textPosition equals, or is equivalent to, however would you like to say that, top, then position. And when I say top, I guess I'm really saying top left makes most sense to me, is what it really, yeah, so one of these things, I guess top left or top center both make sense to me. Top right, less so. But I think we're going to only handle top left right now. Again, that is something we can expand on in the future, so that would be 0 and 0 still, right? Yeah, both of those would be 0, 0. which is interesting. But regardless, that should be elif self.text position. And again, obviously we're missing things, so this will fail. Unless we actually, I guess, you know what, we can just say position equals 0, 0. We can start out with 0, 0. And obviously this is a bit redundant, but yeah, you know what? It's silly because that doesn't really change anything, so I will ignore that. If text position equals inside, then position will instead equal shoot. No, that's right, because we already have an image. I was going to say we're going to have to measure our text, but we already have the text image itself. So, we're groovy, we're rocking. So, position equals... unless... Yeah, so the left-hand side. Unless we want to add a buffer for the left-hand side, this padding. I guess so. Yeah, let's add the padding. For right now. And then base image dot height divided by 2 minus text image dot height divided by 2 is our top left corner there. So now we can do text image and I just realized we skipped a a step. We do need to do the bar first, so we should do that first. Position equals 0, 0 if self.text position equals left, then position equals text image dot width plus 5 and yeah, I guess it's going to be centered, so do that really quick. Self dot border image, not border image, background image. What is background image? Did I not name it background image? Self.border. There's our fill. Oh, self.image. It's just self.image for some reason. And I got myself lost. There we go. Self.image dot back up a step. Base image dot height divided by 2 plus or minus dot height divided by 2. There we go. So that is centered there. If self dot text position equals top, then position would equal let's see, the left, the X would be 0 in that case, and the left would be, or the top would be text image dot height plus 5. Yep. Elif self dot text position. Actually, if no, yeah, equals inside, then position would be that, except for that is 0. Yeah. All right, cool. And now base image dot alpha composite self dot image position. All right, there we go. So we've layered on we have our base image, which is just an alpha. We've layered on the bar, then we layered on the text, so the text is always above the bar. Now we need to layer on the border. Actually, I am going to change the name of this because we're going to re-reference this. I guess I'll change the name of everything. So, bar position, bar, and then this will be text. We're probably not going to need to re-reference text at any point, but the border position is the same exact place as the bar position, so we don't need to recalculate that. Base image dot alpha composite. Oh, I take that back. Well, no, this is fine. This is fine. I missed a step. I just realized. Up here, we need to add in the fill. I realized I missed that step, but really quick, we can do this easy enough. And this is self dot border image, and that would be bar position. All right, cool. Now back to the fill. So fill position equals bar position. We're going to make that a list. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, now we get to decide how far to the left the fill bar goes. And again, if we change the orientation of the bar, then we'll want to redo this. But for the time being, this should be fine. So, no water in that water bottle. Try that again. It's funny, I've got I set up a noise gate on my mic, or at least in the software, and I'm actually surprised that it picks me up drinking. That was unexpected. Regardless, I have it set decently high, but that is beyond the point. So, fill position is the bar position offset by our max value, I guess. So, let us come up here and let us, if self dot cmax, is that what we got here as our verb? Oh no, it is just self dot max. If not self dot min, actually, you know what? I guess we can preempt that. Okay. Let's do... Yeah, it makes sense to preempt that one. Cmin equals 0, Cmax equals 100. Like, this is such a basic... Cmax equals Cmax, and value starts at 0. So... that is fine. The 0 to 100, it just makes so much sense in so many different ways that I don't see the need to do any handling, any value handling. So, although maybe one of those things again, enhancing the program, we probably want to up in here add property find min, etc. I'm not going to actually do that right now and handle it when they update these values. So that probably should be done, but again, I'm trying to get the program as close to done as possible. So that is the priority. So fill position. So we're going left to right now only. Because we're going left to right now only. Ah, shoot. Okay. I just realized because we have potentially text to the left, that actually screws us up a little bit. So, let's consider this really quick. Let me look at the docs really quick. I'll bring you over with me instead of doing it by my lonesome. Yeah, okay. I don't see it there. So, basically, the original plan was to... we can use paste. Okay. You know, we'll use paste. Where's paste at? Instead of alpha composite in this. That is fine. So, let us come over here. So, back over to VS Code with you. Over here. Let's take our base image. Let's create a bar mask. Okay. Equals base image dot copy. And then down here, once we have the bar in position, we can bar mask dot paste. So it actually says color. If I can do color, that is a lot easier. Let's come back over to the docs really quick. Double check what we're doing here. Image or pixel value. Okay, so pixel value we can use. And I just want to see copy really quick to see if I can fill it with a different color. Nope, I cannot. So, you know what, maybe instead... Yeah, so instead we're going to change how we're doing this. Instead of copying, we're going to image.new RGBA, not RGBA, just RGB, well, it really should be, I was going to use 1, but it doesn't necessarily matter. You know what? Yeah, we'll just make it RGBA. Size. Yeah, actually, that's right. That's right. Let me undo all that. I forgot. This should work. This should actually work. I forgot. On our hitboxes and stuff, I did conversions to mask stuff into black and white images, but that actually will not matter, I don't believe. So bar mask, paste, paste, self dot image, actually we can even do alpha composite on that as well, can't we? Yeah, alpha composite, self dot image bar position. One of those things, if this doesn't work out, I can always change these to paste. That's fine. But what we need to do here now is get the fill position, and let's see. So if we are missing 25%, so it's our min value minus our, our value, our max value minus our min value, and we use that. No. It's 1 minus. I'm trying to figure out the best way to get this into a percentage, just because that is easiest, I imagine. So I think the percent fill equals 1 minus self dot value divided by self dot max. I think this is going to be correct, and then fill position 0 minus equals perk fill times self dot size 0. I believe that should be correct. Hold on. So if I'm at 75% right here, if I'm at 75 out of 100, that gives me 0.75. That gives me 1 minus 0.75 is 0.25. 0.25 times 100 is 0.25, or is 25. And then X position shifts 25 pixels over so that we have 25 pixels on the right that are empty. Yeah, okay. If I'm thinking of that correctly, then that should be correct. However, those were extremely convenient numbers. Those were not exactly numbers pressing the integrity of the solution. So that may be incorrect, but we will attempt it. Base image dot paste self dot fill image, the fill position, and then the mask is bar mask. And hopefully that works, because I think, and one of those things again, we will hop over to hedge. I think the paste, let's see, where's the mask get pushed? Okay, it doesn't actually say where the mask gets put. Yeah, it doesn't actually say if a mask is given. Okay, I think that is going to be correct. And we will find out in a moment, because we are basically done here, right? So we layered the bar background. Actually, that's all part of that. Layer fill. Layer text. And layer border. Okay, so that, I believe, should be everything we need to do to build up the image. And return self.baseImage. Or not self.baseImage. There we go. Okay, so that is that. Let's see what happens. Come over here to Tkinter. We are going to need... what do we want to call this? I was thinking motivation bar. 2-dimensional dot... And we got to add this to dimensional, so... Class... bar HUD sprite dot bar HUD coordinate system equals 2-dimensional 4-way. There we go. Bar HUD. Let's see. I'm happy with those values. The text position, I'm happy. Actually, yeah, I guess I'm happy with left for right now. We'll see what happens. The size probably should be something else. Size equals let's say 300 by 50. Let's see how that turns out. Background none. Yeah, that's correct. The fill The fill can be... do we want to give it a fill? We could give it a fill. Make it... I guess maybe just make it white fill for right now. No, fill is red. The fill is red. I'm thinking the background. The background, yeah, the background is the one I want. Right? Yeah, I think the background's the one I want. Because the fill is going to be red. Let me just make sure that I'm thinking, that I'm keeping myself straight. Yeah, okay. Background can be white. No, that's black. 255. There we go. And now we can motivation bar dot location equals let's say, what's our width here again? 1920. Yeah, 1920. Actually, you know what? Let's put it below the other one. Nah, I want it above. I want it above. Can I do print counter dot get image dot width plus 5 and then 0? Sprites dot append motivation bar. And let's see. I'm trying to think about the best way to do this. So our entity for me, basically I want to decrease this over time. You know what? Let's just do that for now. I'm just going to decrease it over time and we can start error checking to see where I screwed up. So let me just check something really quick. Yeah, okay. Not here though. Let's do it here. Update the timer. So motivation bar dot value minus equals 1. We'll go ahead and do that. And actually, you know what? This is... Yeah, okay. Let us instead... Maybe this will be easier. Motivation timer. Define motivation timer. Root dot after 1000. Motivation timer. Root dot after 1000 motivation timer. There we go. That's a good way to solve it. So let us close the previous version of... Oh, this is funny. It's not actually up there, is it? This is the other funny thing. I actually have multiple things pointing to the same exact place on my sources. I just realized. So let me remove some of these. The TK process is obviously not visible right now for some reason. So let us try to link that. Funny because it's up on my screen, but I don't see it on your window, which is odd. Reset? Alright, I'm just going to remove it and add it again. So, prepare for some live editing. There we go. You now have it back. So you can see it. And the PowerShell window, is that showing up for you guys? It is not. That also needs to be relinked. I wonder why. Yeah, it's funny because it says that it sees it, but it's just not showing up, and I got the eyeball here. The eyeball says it's visible, so again, just remove it and add it back in, I guess. There we go. Move it back to where it belongs. And let's rerun this, and let's check out our errors. And I missed a comma. That is a classic one. Minimize over here. Try to find space, or I guess, you know what? Let me look at the error really quick to get my line. I assumed I'd be able to just get to it. That is 300. 300. There it is. Alright, and back to that. Run it again. Bar HUD has no attribute background. Self.background. Self.background equals background. Well, I mean, it kind of looks like we do. Oh, I see why. So the reason here is that we assign size, okay? And size automatically triggers build image. So that is why that was a problem. Back to you, Bob. Images do not mask. Good. Good. Fill image, fill position, bar mask. Right. So that, I guess, makes sense. I guess. No, it doesn't make terribly much sense, does it? Why do I always have this problem with? We're pasting an image on the other, blah 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 blah. Top left corner. It gets converted. Oh, is it because the mask doesn't match? It may be because the mask does not match. So, let's see. Okay, let's do this then. Let me minimize that for you guys so it's out of your way. There we go. Alright. So, down here, what we will do instead is, this is the problem we're having. Let me look at the docs really quick again. Just make sure I have this in the right order and I wasn't stupid. Okay, no, it is fill image first and then position. Good. Okay. Not stupid. So, let us do this. Bar equals base image dot copy. Bar dot paste the fill position, and then bar dot no, how do I mess that off? Darn it. So this, what I was doing here was I was getting this to the same size, the fill image to the fill position, the same size as the bar itself as the full image, the base image. Okay, I am going to be less fancy here and do this the more straightforward way. We're going to delete that. We're going to do fill image equals self.fillimage.copy. We're going to do fill image.crop. And the bounding box is going to be let's see. If I change that to that, will that get me... Actually, you know what? Let's not. So the new alpha composite, fill image, bar position. So we should be able to do this. Now we just need that. So if we're cropping off the percent from the left-hand side, then does this have to be a 4 tuple? Let's double check really quick. Or can it be a top left? Nope, it needs to be a 4 tuple. So let us fill position is going to be, instead of that, bar position. We don't have... Do we have spread multiple? It's been so long. That. And then... Actually, let us instead do this. There we go. We'll do this. So the fill position, there's our percent fill. This is going to be fill position 0 equals percent fill times size. I believe that is correct. All right, so 0 is that. The fill position 1 equals 0. Actually, we can just do this. Let's see. And then this is self.size 0. Self.size 1. And then that should be fine, right? So crop fill position. Oh no, I put that in the wrong place. Crop fill position. There we go. And let's see what happens now. Clear. All right, and it is up, but I do not see our bar. So that is a wee bit of a problem. Let us see. I am going to go BRB for just a minute. And then when I get back, we will resolve this. BRB. Click that button, click that button. Okay. All right, yeah, BRB. Alright, and I am back. So, I'm back to VS Code. And I guess I will minimize those stuff for you. Well, we can just close that. Minimize that. Let's see. So, get image. HUD label, current frame, return image. Let's see. Yeah, normally it's just get image from the animator, but we're not actually doing that this time. So let us come down here, or actually not over here, over here, and let's check something really quick. Sprites.append. Okay, I did append us to the canvas. That is good. Let us come up here then and just put a print thing in here to see whether or not we actually get here. Print base image. Alright, we do get there. That's good. It only gets called once though, which is a little funny. Every second it should be decreasing, which means that every second it should be getting called. Oh, what is this white over here? This white over here is that is probably our culprit right there. All right, well, close that, bring this back. Let's do base image.show. All right, no, that looks correct on my screen. I know you can't see it, but that does in fact appear to be correct. Although self.value, maybe not. Maybe not. Self.value needs to start out at 100 is what it needs to start out with. So that is not correct. I take that back. And I did not minimize that, did I? There we go. Out of your way. Down here, when we create it, motivation bar, start equals 100. And let's see what happens now, just to double check. Okay, I am still getting a white bar, which is not correct. So let us see. We'll go ahead and continue to debug. First thing we should actually do is print motivation bar dot location. Let's just make sure that that is somewhere reasonable. 378.0 does sound reasonable to me, because that should be around about this area right here. If you can see where my mouse is on the TK enter screen. So that sounds like that's correct, but for some reason it looks like the bar is coming all the way over here. So further investigation is necessary. The location is correct. Let me actually, while we're here, motivation bar dot value print. There we go. Let's run that once just to make sure that we're counting down. All right, we are in fact counting down, so that is good. Now I will reword this and say max 0 motivation bar dot value -1. There we go. That way we bottom out at 0. And let's see. So the counter is working. The value is changing. It's only calling the image once, and it's placing it in the wrong place. So, what does that all mean? It is a very interesting question. The other thing is that our font color... what do we have our font color set as? Motivation car... Alright, font options. Size. So our bar size is 50. So we will add that. Fill equals... We'll make that black as well for right now. We might want to change it, but for right now, black will work. And it occurs to me that maybe we are in the correct place, and the text that we're printing out here is screwing us up, which occurs to me that we have not set label. So HP and label position, text position. That really should be label position. I want that inside, though, was the point. So let's come back over here and change text position to label position. I'm just double checking all the places we have it, just to make sure I don't hit something that I don't want to. That looks like everything's in the correct place. Okay, yeah, it is. Wait, no, what was that one? Okay, that was in it. All right, cool. So, label position, replace all, save, and run that again. Okay, so I still do not see the text, which is interesting. So I was thinking I wasn't seeing the text before because it was white instead of black, was my assumption, but we are not seeing the text at all on base image. So that's actually sounds like a alpha composite issue. So let us come here and change all this. So paste, do that, paste. Oh, wait a second. Not that at all. There we go. So it's funny because now that we have paste, I wonder if... no, I'm not gonna bother. I can type, it's okay. Don't worry. Alright, let's see what happens there. Alright, I'm still getting a white image, which is not correct. And the bar, again, is squished over in the corner. So, things are still going wrong, even after changing all those to paste. let us try the rest of this, I guess. Fill image dot show. Base image dot show. Or actually, maybe not that. Maybe. Actually, no, that does make sense. Yeah, let's do that as well. Maybe I shouldn't do all these at the same time, is the only question. Alright, I'll see how much of a mess this is to sort through. Run it. Alright, there's our fill bar. So I see our fill bar. I see what I believe to be the... Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Where's that come from? Encoder set image. Save, dump. Image.show. Text image.show. Huh. Print text image. And I'm gonna delete this. Comment that rather, not delete it. Let me close out of all my other images. All my other images actually look alright so far, which is interesting. And we will run that again and see what it prints out as the text image. Huh. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay. Oh! I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't get the text image, but I get our other issue that we're running into. That is a derp. Okay. That is a derp. So, when we did... let me put that back to how I had it. Minimize it. When we did our border... context rectangle. I think this might be our problem here. Background color, border is image.copy. Yes. This right here. This right here is our problem. So we need to move this up. Put that here. Actually, no. No. We actually need to make a new border image. Border equals image.new RGBA self.size and 0000. That's what we need. And then self.border blah 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 blah. We still haven't filled this in. Let's go ahead and do that really quick because I forgot to come back and do that, which is another thing. So, image draw. Let's see, image draw. And how's the rectangle defined again? Rectangle. Alright, so... It is the bounding box. So that would be 0 0 self dot. Let me do this self dot size, and just to be on the safe side, we will do this, and then outline equals black. Or well, let me just again. 0 0 0 255. Okay. Okay. Should be correct. We could set the width. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the width as is. So let us run that one more time and see what happens. Okay, so we now have a full bar. That is progress. The bar is nowhere near the correct place, but we do have the bar filled now. It does not have a border, which is actually maybe correct. The default on border is none. I'm going to change that to false just because we decided that is a Boolean value probably. And then we'll come back to, let me get this out of the way. And make sure that I minimize instead of just click off of PowerShell. And let us go ahead and update that so that background, let's see. Put a space here. Put a space. Actually cut that. Let's cut that. Put that up here. And now we say border equals true. And we'll run with it. We'll run it again. Again, we're not seeing our text just yet for some reason. Before I run it, actually, I take that back. Before I run it, what other prints do I have going on in here? Print. Because I get two prints. Okay, so we have text image followed by base image. So when I look at the PowerShell, the text image is 0 by 20, which makes sense because it's only 2 characters, right? So it is the correct size, it's just for some reason does not actually have text on it. As far as I can tell. And we can't show it because it crashes when we try to show it, which I don't understand. But let's run it really quick, see if we got the border. That's our next step, is to check the border. And let's see. Alright, we do have a border now. So that is good. We have a border, we just need text. And we need the bar to be in the correct place, but that is another issue in and of itself. So, get rid of all these shown images on my screen. All this stuff, with the exception of the text image, are looking correct, so I'm going to go ahead and delete them out. Do that. Do I got another show up here? Text image equals that. Let's see. This guy. That guy. Alright, let's try doing the show on the text image again. And let me just Control F really quick to see, make sure I don't screw it up somewhere. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm screwing up, so let's actually move this all the way up here. Make sure something funky's not happening. Okay, nope, it is happening, as you can see. Add sprite. Text image.show. Sprite.getImage. Huh. Oh, did I just kill that? Whoops. That was a derp on my part. Let me open that back up. And scripts. I don't need to run this just yet. And minimize. Alright, so what is wrong with the text image? Text image, super get image, super calls the counter. Get image is super.get text. Super.get text. No, that's that. That is that right there. Value HUD. Self.get image. Or super.get image. So that calls back to HUD. Which calls back to here. Which calls back to animation's current frame. And we do not change our scalar anywhere, right? Image scalar is none for value HUDs, and we do not override that anywhere, so that's not an issue. And then our animation for these guys. Well, let me double check that before I say that, rather than just assuming. But value HUD animator is HUD label. We do have font options. We do not have that. We do not have that. Animations is that, and font options. So that should be correct still. HUD label gets all that stuff. Text is parent get. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So there is that. So it comes up here, it gets the text. Image.show. Let's try that there. See what happens. Whoops, where are you going? Prints collected. And the next one fails, which is amazing. Why? They're both calling the same function. Self.text, right? So it gets get text. The HUD returns self.label. We do have self.label set over here, right? That would be down here. Somewhere, right there. Yeah, label is HP. Label string self.label. Return self.label. Let me look at this. Label. Font options. Now that looks like that all should be correct. Get image. Text is super get text get image. Get image. Self.value equals previous return cached image. Super.get image. We already traverse this tree right now, so that just calls this guy right here, which is the animation's current frame, which was again up here, which is what we already went through. That got text. We already confirmed that that is returning. Well, I guess, all right, you know what? Print text. That's the last thing we have to do, and I closed the PowerShell window again. Excellent, good job. Huh, wait, that ain't right. That ain't right at all. That's not HP. Okay, so getting text is not getting us what we want. Fascinating. Self.parent.getText, self.parent. Animations. Self.parent get text. Self.parent. Self.parent is options pop parent. Come down here. Parent equals self. Okay, that's correct. Font options, animator, idle. Huh, okay. So, parent get text, huh? Our get text is super.getText. Oh no, that's not even us. Is it? Print super.getText. Alright, let's see what happens here. Because obviously, and I'm going to come up here, .show, get rid of this guy really quick because I don't need that at the moment. We just need to get the text because the text is the only thing that seems to be going wrong here. Huh, alright. So as you can see, the HP is coming up here now. Oh, wait a second. That is our return line right there. So that is not correct. That is most certainly not correct. Right? That is this. Run it again. Turn that off. Yeah, our return line is empty. So that is definitely not correct. Go down here. Get text. Get text. Super.getText is returning correctly. Plus self. Well, let's do this. String self.value. Print that. Alright, let's see where we get to here. And close that off. Go back up. Huh. You see that? That is funny. That is funny. Super get text plus string self.value. Oh, I am a derp face. I see what's happening here. This is a matter of operations. I put a ternary operator in here. So what the computer is saying is that. That is what the computer is saying. Derp, 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 derp. Okay. Control Z's. Alright. That makes a lot of sense. So we will actually, to be fancy here, do that, and this should now work. So clear. Let me get rid of the prints, just so that we're not spamming chat. Any others? No. Okay. Let's go. All right. So now we have H in the corner. We at the very least have H. It's not in the correct place, but we at the very least have H. So the only question remaining is, why is it not in the correct place? So let us see. We know our location because we printed out earlier was correct. Let us show base image again. Dot show. Okay, no, that looks correct on my screen. So it is not that. So the base image is correct. Close that, minimize that. So what that suggests is, let us go to over here. This is going to spam chat, but you know, it is what it is. Motivation bar dot location. Let's see what that says. No, it says what I expected again, just to the right of the other one. So that is incorrect. Sprites dot append. Let's see. Let me highlight that really quick just to see if I didn't forget to do something here. Nope, it doesn't look like it. Sprites dot append canvas dot add sprite. Actually, I do know what's going on here. Okay, this is not going to work here. So basically, when we add this, Tinka, our positioning of our sprites takes into account scale. So if we are ×5 scale right now, then the sprite is moved 5 times. So what we need to do, well, this is going to be a quick fix. I don't know that's necessarily the best way to do it, but it's probably not the best way to do it, but we will cope. It's definitely not the best way to do it. We should really, instead of doing no scalar, we should come up with a scalar and just handle it ourselves. That way everything is scaled correctly. So basically, if we, instead of having this be size 50, if we had this size 10 and then had the scalar in here, then a proper scalar, a scalar that actually fixed our problems, then the size before it scales, which would be at this point right here, get image.width, would be 1/5 of this. So what I'm going to do, just to get this off the ground, is divide by, do we have scale as? We do not. So let's say scale, and let's just get scale set up. Whoops, that was silly. All right, clear, and let me double check out. I took the printout. I did. Okay, so let's run it. All right, so it is not quite in the correct position, but that would be because I assume the text position, the counter right there, is not actually there. So let's see. That may be something that we want to solve in the future. So basically what we could say, we could have something to handle overlapping sprites like this, overlapping HUD elements at any rate. We could create another method for handling that. But for the time being instead, again, just to get us to a functioning state, because again, this is run on longer, much longer than I anticipated, we will go ahead and, where is location? There it is. Go plus 100. And we'll run that again. And there we go. So that is that. The next issue that we're seeing is that obviously the image is not updating. So let's see. Size. Get image. Get image does take into account self.value. Let's go ahead and print self.value. There we go. Let's see how many times this fires. Only that once. So that is definitely not getting called. This would come back to, let's see, animate idle sprites, I believe. So let's come here, sprite in, sprite. So sprites and sprites, if not sprite.animation is paused, is the idles. Let's print the idles really quick just to make sure, because I'm pretty sure we should see this in here. Close that out so we stop spamming. And where is our, bar HUD. So there's our bar HUD element. So it is getting called on animate idle sprites. Let us canvas. Canvases in and animate idle sprites. For sprite, cycle idle. If we go over to sprite, cycle idle is cycle idle self.animation.set and cycle. So that's not that. So back over to the renderer then in that case, which is just tkinter.py. So animation loop. Render, there it is. Sprite.location is not correct, or sprite.animation and sprite.current frame. Then we set the sprite animation, which is what we would use to call the sprite.getImage. Sprite.current frame on our HUD label. Oh, here we go. So it's if the current frame is only checking if the text has changed. That is why. And because we're not printing the text to screen, and I just realized you're still staring at the PowerShell, my bad. It's been 2 hours, so getting a little sloppy there. So for that reason, because it's only checking the text, it's only returning the cached image, and therefore the cached image matches what the renderer is seeing. So over here in the renderer, oh, current loop and current frame, yes. The current frame is going to just be our text, it's not the full image. So. Let us Control F that. Yeah, honestly, maybe we just replace all this. If SSP image does not equal Sprite dot get image. Maybe this is how we do this. When we register the image, then you know what? Let us do this. Copy, Control Z. I still want to keep that first check in there, so that it exits early. So if the animation changes, we can automatically do that without getting image. And then image equals get image equals image. All right, clear. Check the prints. Looks like that is not printing, so hop back over here, run it, and animations object has no get image, which means that I made a typo there. Animation sprite. Animation is that current loop. What line is that? That is in add sprite. Add sprite. Oh, there we go. All right. So is that bar getting smaller? It doesn't really look like that bar's getting smaller. So yeah, I'm gonna say no at this point. I've been staring at it for a few seconds. Print updating sprites. Let's see what that calls back. And I'll close this now because we have enough data to go off of. Counter HUD. Counter HUD makes sense. I do not see bar HUD on this list. Yeah, I do not see bar HUD on this list. So clear. Sprite.getImage. SSP image. So for each sprite, we're going to cycle the sprite. It cycles that. It doesn't actually do anything. The cycle doesn't actually do anything. So that is fine. That is whatever. Bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum bum ba da bum. HUD value previous value get image. If self dot value equals value. Did I not do that? Is the good question. Get image. Nah, actually, we always get image. So let me print here. And over here in tkinter, let's print sprite to make sure that we're actually pulling the image. And we can turn that off now. So yeah, it cycles through, it grabs the image off of var HUD. So that is accurate. Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo, boo-doo, boo. We're here. Maybe this is actually broken. Maybe that is the problem. Print fill image dot size. Print fill image dot size. And get rid of our other prints. Get rid of that. And Sprite. Get rid of this here. Clear and run. Yeah, okay, so our size is not changing. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That is good. Now we know why. So crop is not working. So let me look at the docs on crop, because evidently I screwed that one up. And we will hopefully at this point resolve this then. Image, here I'll bring you with me. Image module. Crop, where's crop at? Crop. Oh, it returns a new image object. That would explain. Oh no, yeah. Alright, so I did not realize that it is not like, for example, where is it? Paste. So it's not like paste, it's not like alpha composite, which doesn't return anything, it's in place. It's not like, for example, the other one is thumbnail. Thumbnail does it in place. I was expecting it to work like all these guys. Evidently it doesn't. So that was our issue here. It does not work like the other functions in there. So it actually returns a new image, and that would explain that one. And let's hope that that is the final error. That appears to be the final error. There we go. All right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We're going to, well, we've got 100 seconds here. Is anybody in a rush? I just want to see it hit 0 is all I'm looking for. Actually, you know what? We are going to put that in the background. We're going to put that in the background, and we're going to continue with our work, because the next thing I wanted to do is add another, what you call it? Another thingamabob. So, where is it? Oh, there we are. Another one of these guys. Define recharge. Sprite canvas. We don't need that. We don't need the wander history. Define callback. We can just path to, yeah, actually, let me define, let's see. Desk. Where do we create the desk? Me, Sprinter, where's my desk? Sprites, me, Sprite, printer. Where's the desk at? Load desk. Oh, okay, here it is. Derp. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Break this apart now. Append desk. Sprites.append screen. Desk screen equals. Those should be the two we're returning from here. Load desk. Monitor text, whatever. same thing. What I want is the position right below that. So desk access, desk rally point equals desk dot location 0 divided by 2, and then desk dot location, desk dot location plus desk dot get image dot size. I guess I should do this. Desk image size equals desk dot get image and desk image size 0. So that gets us to the center of the desk, and then we need desk location 1 plus desk image size 1. All right, so that should will give us a point right in front of the desk to rally to. And now we can path to that. Let us sprite path to desk. Actually, you know what? Let me just copy all this. That makes sense. Keep things easy. There we go. Path to desk. We can turn this Z index off. Turn that off. The rest of that should be fine. Recharge equals recharge. There we go. And finally, this is desk rally point. Okay. And now we gotta add heuristic. Recharge heuristic equals lambda one if what is this again? Motivation bar dot value equals 0, else 0. Let's see. Actually, let's do this just again because I made the ternary mistake earlier. Or motivation bar dot charging. And then down here, if no parentheses, me dot location equals let's see. Yeah, so this isn't going to be quite correct. We're gonna want to make this a little bit more complicated, but I want to at least get it implemented. In the meantime, let me go check out the HP bar. All right, the HP bar is empty now. I just want to make sure that that happens without an issue, so I'm going to go ahead and close that at this point. And me.location equals desk rally point else motivation bar dot charging equals true. Motivation bar dot charging equals false. And motivation bar dot value equals min. Motivation bar dot max, or motivation bar dot value plus 1. All right, let's see how that works out. Run it, and will not run. Did I not hit dot size? Evidently, that is what that's suggesting, is that I not hit dot size. And that was down here. Got image dot size. My bad. Okay, so the bar is going down. When the bar hits 0, then we should path to the desk. And the desk should be our highest priority until we are recharged. Now, that being said, obviously that's going to be 100 seconds to count down and then 100 seconds to actually get to, or rather 100 seconds sitting in front of the desk. So I'm going to close this. We've only wasted like, what, 25 seconds thus far? So let us change this loop rate. Motivation timer. Motivation timer. And while I'm at this... no, that actually should be correct. That is fine there. Motivation timer equals... let's say 1000 divided by 3. Alright, and run it again so that now our motivation timer should be ticking down a lot quicker. 3 times quicker, more specifically. So instead of, it should just be 33 seconds. We'll see what happens. Almost there, getting there, almost dead. Dark Souls action right here. 3, 2, 1. You are dead. Alright, you are not dead. Excellent. And I know why that is. It just occurred to me why that is. I am sorry for being a klutz. After we added heuristic, heuristic has to get added to our sprite list. Recharge heuristic. Come down here. Put that on there. Recharge heuristic and recharge me canvas. Alright, you got another 30 seconds of staring at the screen. Oh, no you don't. It's borked. Okay. That is a simple thing to fix. Where are we at? Motivation bar. Motivation bar dot charging equals false. Alright, now 30 seconds. Alright. After this, let's see. Again, there was more I wanted to get done, but at 2.5 hours, honestly, it is probably a long enough stream that we should... Okay. And we are broken after we get this fixed. Bar HUD object has no attribute charging. Oh, did I misspell that? Am I an absolute... No. Motivation bar charging, right there. Dot charging equals false. Let me get this other crap off your screen so you can see. Oh, that's why. It timed out. Okay, so that was actually... presumably... That was not that. Presumably, that was actually our pathing, which means that the quick fix here. So a couple things. One, I am going to go ahead and speed this up for debug purposes. 10. 2, the rally point sounds like it is in the wrong place. So let us do +10 and see if that fixes it. Oh, actually, that is not going to fix it because we aren't even scaled up yet. That is correct. Okay. Let us take that +10 off and instead do this for right now. And we'll see if we don't have a better solution available to us, but to at least get it working. Let's try that. Now it should only be 10 seconds. Nope, that is borked. Okay. So. How am we gonna fix this? How am I gonna fix this? I guess do what I did before and add that 10 in there. It's going to be way off, but hopefully it at least works. Okay, does not work. There it goes, and let us observe right quick. Desk rally point. Sprite location. Valid moves. All that looks correct. It is getting hung up in the A-star algorithm. All right, let's check the actually, I guess what I could do is let's see. We could. Where is load desk? That's what I need. I need load desk. Load desk. Do this. Let's see what happens with that. Clear. Open. Go. So we are going to path through the desk from now on. But I want to see where it paths to. Huh. It doesn't. It actually gets, even though it's a, that is a surprise. Oh, okay. Path to desk. Collect from printer. Recharge. Path to desk. Huh. We do set it. I actually don't know what the problem is there, because we set it. It said none type. Did I close that out of anger? No, I did not. Okay. Yeah, sprite dot path to desk, and that is line 160. Line 160. It's right here. Sprite. Sprite canvas. Me canvas. So that's right. Sprite canvas. Sprite dot path to desk. That looks right to me. Unless I'm missing something here. None type object. Oh, the path is none type. Okay, the path is none type. Okay, so the path came back as none type. Huh. That's hilarious. The A-star algorithm actually returned no path, even though it had a direct path to the algorithm. Why does it return none? What are the conditions under which it returns none? Returns none while explore heap. Is there any other place it exits early? Current node equals target. Okay. Let me come back over here. That may be an issue. Right here, desk dot cs dot. What do we use again? Where are we at? Load desk. Where's location? Location is 50-50. I'm thinking that it's possible that coordinates. This is the problem. Toss that there. Toss that there. Oh, derp. That and that. Okay. Do this to make that easier to read. And let's try that again. All right, well. It is going somewhere off the screen. Excellent. Print desk rally point. 360, 456. Being as we knew that this was 350 right here from our previous endeavors, 360 sounds about right. The 456 really shouldn't be lower than right here. So. Oh, and now we have a pop from empty list error. Fascinating. Alright. The desk rally point looks correct. Cart desk rally point. Why are we going way south? Let us print path. Oh, derp. All right, final attempt here. If this does not work out, we are calling it a stream. Okay, there's our path. Let's close this off. Huh. Okay, so that 360, 456, so this is in step length right here. The 360, 456 is the scaled value. Scaled to the screen size. So, desk.location 0 plus desk size times scale. All right. Get rid of the scale then. And let's see. This again is our final attempt. So let's hope it works. Nope, it hung up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, return to none type object. So, I guess that is that. Alright, I will investigate this further and we will get back to you in the next stream. Let's see. As soon as this is working, the only things remaining to do... well, just to say this, okay? To say this... my next step, the next thing I was going to try if I did continue on stream, was to actually create this rally point as a sprite, and then have the sprite have no hitboxes, and then have our character stand on the sprite. That was my intention. So, that... hopefully that works. Hopefully that works. Because at that point, then we can do, instead of this rally point, we can do seat, desk, seat, dot, location, whatever I decide to make this sprite. Okay? And again, I think that will probably work. However, that is for us to find out next time. However, the remaining thing I wanted to do, because once that is in place, the last thing I want to do on stream before I add some more sprites to it, and obviously set up the text for the monitor screens, because again, it should really say like stream starting, BRB, stream over, should be the text that displays on the monitor. Before I do that, or rather, that's going to happen off screen. I plan on having that off screen, but I wanted to set up, just because we haven't done it before, entry scripts, or entry points, whatever the heck they're called, for the console. So that instead of typing Python tkinter sample.py, we can just type in loading screen. We create the environment, obviously, and then inside the environment we can just say loading screen, BRB screen, ending screen, etc. So that is the plan. That was the only other thing I really wanted to get done here. The other thing, assuming we had time, would have been to dynamically create the text on the screen instead. That was an option. Instead of having actual image files, which is what we have right now, actual animation files. And that obviously is very useful. It's definitely something we can do. But for the time being, this is where we're at, and I need to fix this one. So, anyway, a little bit of a slow outro here. Just been streaming for a while now, I guess. Regardless, the only other thing that I had planned for tonight was to get another hour of light-like development in and then do the code review. So that should happen sometime after dinner. Probably no Disc Gaia tonight because I am still on my training arc. Still getting our guys leveled up so that we can take on mid-boss. And once we are at a point where I think we can take on mid-boss, then I'll go ahead and stream that attempt. That is the plan going forward, because obviously right now all it is just grinding up, because this game requires quite a bit of grinding. So that is the sum total of everything I have to say. Again, there are other projects that are happening in the background, but beyond that, that is what to anticipate. And that is it from me. So if you have been watching, thank you, and I hope you have a great and wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're in the world, and I will catch you next time.